Now, in order to bring out the meaning of the word Varna Ashrama Dharma, delving deeper to bring out the meaning of the fragment is required. According to Manu, dharma is that which is practiced by those who know the Vedas and the Shastras and are people without any bad quality like jealousy and passion. It includes practices recognized by the mind as correct. Varna is the organized division of the human society that we have just seen into four blocks depending upon the occupation which one pursues. Ashramas are the four stages in a person's life, that is, celibacy, family life, semi saintly life, and life after renunciation. The Varna system, mingled with the four ashramas of one's life on the path of dharma, becomes the Varna Ashrama Dharma. Now, in the Hindu society, this dharma was divided into four different groups of people who pursued four different dharmas in their life to attain the ultimate goal of their life, that is, realization of God. The first of such kind was the Brahmana Dharma. According to Manu, learning Vedas, teaching of Vedas, conducting yagnas and conducting yagnas for others, giving alms and taking alms for others are the six important duties in a Brahman's life. The greatest tapas a Brahman can do is to chant Vedas again and again. The next group of people were the Kshatriyas. They were those people who belonged to the clan of the kings and soldiers and used to look after the safety of their territory and the people. Looking after people, collecting weapons to punish those who did wrong, engaging in dharmic wars, winning over enemies, army, and ruling the world were the essential duties of the Kshatriya clan. The third Varna was the Vaishya Dharma. Manu says that Vaishyas should give charity, perform yajnas, should get knowledge, carry out trade in cereals, gems, gold, silver, and other articles, should also give money on loan and cultivate the land. The fourth Varna, that is the Shudra Dharma, encompassed service to people of other dharmas. He also talked about Varna Sadharana Dharma, which included those dharmas which would have been common to the people of all the four Varnas. The first reference to the Varnashrama system is made by Purush Sukta, the verses of the Rig Veda, where the different sections of the society are regarded as the limbs of the Great Self. When objectively viewed, these Varnas were sophisticated organization of the society that intelligently divided the population into different groups that would help the society function smoothly. Another property of the Varna system was that what may be desirable for one section of the society could be degrading for another. For example, absolute non-violence, which includes refraining from the animal sacrifice, is considered unworthy of a Kshatriya. Underlying all these differences is the one common goal of advancing in spiritual life based on Sanatana Dharma. The complicacies of this fourfold division of the society led us to think about the main questions on which this particular philosophy is based. This organization of the society has been there in Indian society since time immemorial, but there are different theories regarding the emergence of this dharma. Firstly, it should be accepted that in any kind of society, different fragments of people perform different services, and based on such services, a division is formed. Such division among the intelligentsia and the working class existed in all civilizations. It has been deduced that such division was also healthy. For instance, the clergy, the nobility, the burghers, and the serf, and the proletariat into which European society was divided was similar to the four Varnas. Even Iran was divided into fourfold divisions, namely the Atharva, the Rateshta, the Vestya, the Suvant, and the Viti, which corresponds to the fourfold division in our society. Now, the origin of Varnashna Dharma is traced by two theories. One is the Brahmanical view, and the other is the Western view. The Western view mainly focuses on the existence of this organization in the Aryan society. It is believed that the Aryans brought this sophistication into Indian land, which was subsequently adopted by other tribes of that time. At that time, the Dasyas were the original inhabitants of India, who are said to be the ancestors of the Shudras. When the Aryans conquered India, they superseded and enslaved the Dasyas, who were dark in color. Varna also means color, so it was also proposed that the division was also based on the color of one's skin, but then division existed even among the fairer group. History suggests that there was always a rift between the Aryans and the Dasyus and between the religious observance. And that might be the reason for the exclusion of the Shudras from the religious rites of Vedic type. The Rig Vedic society was mostly composed of pastoral lands, and cattle were considered to be the wealth. War was means of livelihood. The chief income of the king used to come from the spoils of the war. The priest also used to take a substantial share from it. In the latter Vedic period, the society got fragmented from a tribal setup to a kind of a occupational segregation in which the intellectual class started asserting its power over serving class subsequently. Well, the other theory is the Brahmanical view, which supports the divine sanction. The Purusha Sukta in Rig Veda mentions the Purusha, who is the world spirit, who has produced the Brahmana from his mouth, the Kshatriya from his arms, and the Vaishya from the thighs. The Shudra is said to have sprung from his feet. Manu states the reason of such creation of different groups as for the sake of preserving the universe, that is the being, that is Brahma, the creator. Devoted separate duties to those who sprang respectively from his mouth, his arms, his thighs, and his feet. But it has always been meant to be the guna karma, that is quality work rather than body-based restricted scope of work to each of the four groups. Backing the divine origin theory, Gita says that the order is created on the basis of quality work. This fourfold division was not meant to be a rigid compartment of fixed occupations, and it is quite clear when Gita says that it is according to work that we are divided. According to the divine origin theory, the organization of this fourfold division was to serve the society, but with the coming of the Kali Yuga, the division, which was flexible before, became rigid due to the formation of many subcastes and with one sect at loggerheads with the other. Sticking to one's own caste became the norm. The Marxist theory gives another interpretation of this division and bases the Varna system on class division. The Varnashrama Dharma is often confused to be the same as the caste system imbibed in the Indian society. The Varnashrama is a natural organized division of the society which would lead to a content society and would be interdependent on each other. The purpose of Varnashrama social system is to provide a structure allowing the people to work according to their natural tendencies and to organize the society so that everyone, regardless of their position, makes spiritual advancement. Now, this philosophy says that people can only work together with a cooperative spirit if there is a central point of focus. It is different from the caste system in a way that it has not got a hint of racial prejudice.